Happy birthday, dear Rufus. Happy birthday to you. Okay, Trini, blow out the candle and grab it. Grab the candle. Put that down for him. Okay. Good boy. Oh, oh, we should have pulled that apart, I think. Oh, well. You're going to be like every other kid in the world and have a birthday tummy ache.
Relax. Good boy. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Twang and Bang. It's hard to believe it, but the General just turned 1 year old. He was born on March 4th, 2015. He's part of the Advitische G litter. All the pups in that litter have papers names that begin with the letter G. That's why we went with General. His official name is General Rufus Advitische. Of course, we just call him Rufus, don't we? And he's very interested in my chickens. They've kind of congregated back behind the coop. They're loose and he wants to get at them. He likes to chase them. But among the different things that we have trained him to do, which is not eat our chickens, we're still kind of working on that. We've done a lot with him in the past nearly year that we've had him. And I know people have been wanting to see an update to not only see how big he's gotten, but to see how smart he is and what a great pup he is. And that's what's coming up next on Twang and Bang. Good boy, good boy. Yes, you get a break. This is the General only minutes after he arrived at our home, and he went right at chewing on an old toy of our last Malinois, Overdrive Advitische. The General had just flown from Tampa to Raleigh with a change of planes in Miami, so he was plenty ready to do anything but sit in a travel crate. I was sure to give him some space to let him decide when he was ready to start becoming part of our family. And that did not take long. Before I knew it, he was tugging on my pant leg and nibbling on my hands and feet just like a good Malinois puppy should. As you hopefully will be able to tell from this video, encouraging this kind of play does not create an aggressive dog, unlike what some pet trainers will tell you. He did learn that there are always rules to playtime, and those rules changed as he got larger and smarter, but this is natural Malinois behavior that is important to allow, especially in a dog that will be protection trained. An important part of any dog's obedience training comes at the end of a leash, and baby Rufus presented a common problem. He much preferred the comfort of our home rather than going for a walk, so he would frequently try to go back. I fixed this not by punishing him or even scolding him. I simply prevented him from retreating past the end of the leash. He could move in any direction he wanted as long as it was with a purpose other than going home. This was a lesson that he frequently tested as a pup, but the result was always the same. When we're on a walk, we simply aren't going home until I say it's okay. So you might as well enjoy the walk instead of tugging your own collar trying to get home. Leash walking also establishes an understanding of who is in charge of whom, which is why my daughter walks the General every day, even if it's just the end of our driveway and back. Here they are when Rufus was 6 months old, and by then, he was already very happy to go for a walk no matter who was taking him. He still remains a bit of a homebody, where his pastimes include napping on the couch, seeing what we're cooking, and singing whenever my wife plays piano. You'd think this means his ears are hurting him, but no, he will stop whatever he's doing anywhere in the house, and he will even ask to come inside as soon as he hears the piano. We don't actually let him do this much because he is so loud, my wife can't even hear herself play sometimes. Still, it's pretty cute to see when we forget that he's inside before my wife starts to play.
Rufus, it's a beautiful day outside. Do you want to go outside? You want to go outside? We can go outside. You want to go outside? No? You just want to stay on the couch? Oh, there's a dog that loves the outside. You want to go outside, don't you?
Like I said, he's still a bit of a homebody, but we do make sure he spends a few hours a day out in our fenced-in backyard. However, that has meant we've kept our chickens locked up until very recently because he was simply too young to accept that he was not allowed to chase them and eat them. Yes, I could have used an e-collar to train this out of him if I wanted to, but I knew that with more maturity, I could just use voice commands with much less stress to either of us in the process.
Good boy. They give us eggs. You get to eat some of them too.
Well, you successfully herded those chickens into the coop. Now if we could only do that on command, that'd be pretty handy.
We, of course, spend a ton of time each day playing
There
together,
you
mostly
go.
tug and retrieve games.
boy.
As I said, there are rules to
boy.
Playtime, but the main
boy.
purpose is for him to see me as the biggest source of fun in his life so that he's easier to train for more advanced obedience and protection. Rules or not, this dog wears me out when we play tug. I'm using a bite wedge that will make transitioning to a bite sleeve much easier once I get
Down.
a chance to start his protection training in
Good
earnest.
boy. Good boy. Out. Sit. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. Whew. Good boy.
I do get to return a favor by throwing his jolly ball downhill for long uphill retrieves. He loves it, as I think
here.
you'll be able to tell, and as I've
Sit.
said before, a tired dog is a happy dog.
Get it. Good boy. Look at you. Good boy. Good boy. Out. Down. Nope. Down.
As I said, there are rules, and when he gets distracted, he does get a correction. But as you can see, it doesn't really take
Get
much
it.
at all anymore. Only enough of a tug on his collar to remind him that he needs to listen to me.
Almost took out the camera. Good boy. Yes, you're tired. We threw lots and the camera wasn't on. Daddy's a dummy. All done. Good boy. See, he knows when the game is over. I tell him all done and that's it. He's not interested in the toy anymore because he knows. No more play. You're a good boy. Yes, you are.
To fuel this high-performance athlete, we feed him a prepared raw food called Detailed Answers. It comes frozen in tubes and is a mixture of beef, chicken, or pork, some veggies, as well as vitamin and mineral supplements designed by a veterinary nutritionist. It's smelly, but he loves it, and he tolerates it very well. He gets a bowl full twice a day to reduce the chance of deadly torsion, where a dog's stomach flips over and wraps their esophagus around their trachea. As you'd expect, dinner time is also training time, and from the very start, he learned to wait to eat until we release him.
Okay.
We also feed him raw soup bones 2 or 3 times per week to keep his teeth clean. Giving them to him frozen gives him more work to do. He'll work on the marrow and a long bone like this for about an hour or more. Flatter bones, he'll simply crunch up and swallow after stripping them of any meat and sinew.
You're facing the wrong way. Here, you want to do that? Let's do this. We'll spin you around like that. There you go. There you go. Relax. Good boy. Yes, good boy. So you can tell we love him. He's a great dog. There's so many differences between Rufus and our last Malinois that we got from Ivan, Odie, and but so that makes it a challenge because I'm relearning how to train a dog. And along those lines, I know it's only natural for a lot of people to be asking, well, where's the protection training? Why aren't you seeing this guy bite on a sleeve on an arm or a leg or something like that? And the simple fact is, I used to train with Ivan Balabanov with my last dog, and you know, once you see like what you can do with a Malinois without using heavy compulsion, even on the protection side of things, it's really hard for me to accept the training methods that I see with a lot of people that I've seen locally. And so I'm in this bind of I'd rather have a dog that has good instincts he's gonna be protective if he needs to be, and then still be like Rufus, not a robot, not a dog that's afraid when I say the command O-U-T. I'm not gonna say it because he'll be like, what the heck are you doing right now? Because you don't need to do that when you protection train a dog. So I don't have that, and Ivan lives really far away in Florida from me. And so at some point I think I'm gonna drive down there and leave him there for a month or two for some training, but I can't bring myself to give him up for that long just yet. But anyway, we are so glad that Rufus is part of our family, every one of us. And I'm sorry it's taken me this long to give you an update of him. But if you want to learn more about Malinois from the Advitische kennel, be sure to click the link in the video description below. I do post a lot of videos and pictures of Rufus on my Instagram and Facebook accounts, and you can see the links right here. And be sure to click right here to subscribe so you can see my next videos on bows, guns, and other cool stuff like Rufus. I really appreciate you watching Twang and Bang, and I hope to see you next time. Okay. Good boy. Good boy.